How's it going? Good. Good. Yeah. Uh, the lesson 2 went fine. All learning okay. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Um, when they've done the walking meditation, uh, let me know, and I'll start teaching Swan Young. Yeah.
Okay.
Or,
Yeah, they're probably 10 minutes.
yeah, a couple of minutes. Have a little look. Just check over the walking meditation, and I'll teach them Swan Young.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Super. How's your Swan Young coming on?
Just, I have to remember I'm watching the video too. Just
Uh, okay, how about going through it one time with me? Yeah, follow me through. And you might just add a little bit on the end here. Okay, so the sun's over there. We're going to face the sun to start. Here goes. Yeah, that's it. Step back into the cross. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, might be a better idea to position here. I think we'll start that again. Okay, here we go. That's great. Now we're going to come out to another cross. And I think that's about where we got to last time. Sorry?
I really don't remember. I think we were round to double crosses
Hmm.
and then something a little upside down.
Well, the next one after that is another golden scissors. And up to now, we've been going forwards and back. So we started facing the sun. And we go forwards as far as the iron hammer sinking in a redder, then backwards with the double turns of the cross. 2 steps forwards again, and then we go backwards in this spinning cross. So it's all been walking on a straight line. Yeah. And then we're going to turn onto a diagonal line. So a line that kind of crosses at 45 degrees. And we come from here, the spinning cross, hands into the waist and turn out this way. Yeah. Stretch into the golden scissors. The tailbone, the base of this spine pressing down towards the earth and the back stretching. Yeah. I'm not going to teach you any more than that at the moment because the next one's a really complex one. So really your task now is to remember that bit, yeah. And I think you got the video handy. Keep working on it. I'll try to come back and take another look, yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks Tuba. Okay. Tobias and Rio, let's take a little look at your Shuang routine that you started learning yesterday. I'd like you to start with your left shoulder towards the sun and show me the sequence that you learned yesterday. I think face me to start with. Yeah.
Okay.
So you did 2 movements, the cross and then a general carrying his seal. Yeah, that's what it looks like, yeah. So just to start off with today, I'd like you to do them with me,
Okay.
kind of follow through.
Yes.
We're going to start with the hands making a big circle in front and just overlapping at the wrist.
Okay.
That's it. Fingers together, thumbs tucked against the fingers. And we want a big circle, like you're holding a ball. Actually, you could be picking someone up, lifting them up, so enough space to get a body in there.
Okay.
And a nice big round shape. And from there we come out, so the hands are either side of the shoulder. And push. Keep the fingers straight. Stretch. Push your hands apart. And stretch. And open up your joints. Now point the right hand back, grip a fist. Open the left foot like you do in the walking meditation. Take a step forward. That's right, and punch out like you were doing earlier. There we go. Elbow tucked in. Now come back and make that big round shape again. Yeah. And we're just going to repeat that. Step back and do the cross. This movement is called the cross. And now make a fist, step forward, and into the waist. Punch out to the front. This is called the general carrying his seal or stamp. The Chinese, for their signature, they use like a stamp.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the old days, a general would have a very big, very complex stamp.
Yes.
Because it's very difficult to forge them. It's very difficult to cut one that looks exactly like the real one.
Okay.
So they will know that the orders are genuine because it's got the general stamp on it. Yeah. So it's like somebody's stamping a document there.
Yes.
Okay. And I'd like you to show me those two movements. Just show me what you just did, yeah? Okay. Yeah. A little bit further in front with the hands. Got it, yeah. And off you go. Okay, and step back. Yeah. So when you come out from that round shape, pull your hands backwards either side of the shoulder, quite close to the shoulder.
Okay.
And that will stretch across your chest. So you open up the chest, pull it up. And then from there you press out. And you keep going until you can feel a stretch all through your arm. That's great.
Okay.
Now the next one. Grip. Step. As you step, tuck your fist into your waist. Yeah. We call this point the Qigong. It's a soft point on the side of the waist. And you can access your chi from here.
Okay.
After the foot's down, then you make the punching action. So there's a principle here, and it's an important one, which is that you don't start your punching or striking movement till you have stabilized your stance.
Okay.
So if you're stepping and punching at the same time, you're punching while you stand on one leg, you have no leverage, no force. Yeah. So step down, then you make your action.
Okay.
Yeah. Always stabilize first, then make the action. Yeah. So try one more.
Okay. All right.
Okay, good. Good. Now I'm going to add on a couple of new moves and we'll build up every day, learn a few more every day.
Okay.
So, here we go. We'll start from here again, yeah. The cross, the general carrying his seal or stamp. Now this time when we step back, going to pull the elbows right back, point the hands down to the earth and push down, stretching the arms. And this is called two shoulders plummeting to the earth. Now we turn back to the front again, step and bring the hands into the soft point at the side of the waist. Now bring them forward here. This is called the golden scissors. Just the hands and arms are making a kind of scissor shape. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then from there, we're going to come back, turn the left arm inside the right. Yeah. And do it again. Cross, stretching the arms out. The general carrying his seal. Push out. Back to the round shape. Two shoulders plummeting to the earth. And again, the golden scissors. Yeah. And back. And now I'd like you to try that.
Okay.
Yeah. See if you can remember.
Yes. All right.
Keep the fist closed, that's right. Okay, that's pretty good. When you make a fist, curl the fingers round, so it's like that. And then this whole kind of lump, roll them round. So you've made your punching surface. Use the thumb to lock the fingers in. And this has got to be solid, no space inside. Yeah. Grip the fist really solidly, and it reduces the chance of it breaking if you hit somebody. But try not to hit the head. It's just too hard, the fist will break. Yeah, hit the body, hit the neck, but try to avoid the head. Okay. I'd like you to continue practicing that for a little bit.
Okay.
Just so that it sinks into your memory.
All right.
Nice and relaxed, try and get it correct. Then I'll come back, take another look, yeah?
Perfect.
Okay. Thanks,
Just
guys, yeah.
One question with the scissors. Does it matter from which side they
The
come?
right hand on top.
Right hand on
Yeah.
top. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks. Bend the wrist a little bit at the end. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep your thumb tucked into the hand. Yeah, keep going. Okay, when we do this one, come back, weight onto the back leg, wrap your hands around, circle them around into the waist and pierce. Here. Yeah. Okay. Relax. Elbow tucked in, body facing the front. Bend your wrist like that. Yeah. Hand back at the waist. There you go. This is going to end at eyebrow height and the hand just under the elbow. Fist closed. Wrap your thumb around it. Yeah. Yeah, carry on. Okay, so actually it's straight back. Straight back, yeah.
And after it's
Then you go out to where you were facing, so
where
probably
you
about.
start from. Facing, starting, straight
Okay, so yeah, always begin the routine facing the sun. So now you're working on an angle that's 45 degrees to the sun. Yeah. And here you go, 45 degrees to the sun.
The first one.
That's the second one.
That's
You're
the
on the
second
second one.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's your angle. And you're going to change angle by 135 degrees. So the sun's the front. You step straight back. And your elbow comes straight back, so directly away from the sun. Then you go back onto that 45-degree angle that you were on. So this one faces the same way as that one did. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. That's it, yeah. Yeah. And keep looking this way. Keep looking the direction. Oh no, the body was fine, yeah. You just turn the head to that way, yeah. And this should be coming up. This is coming up like you're hitting someone in the groin. Yeah. 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 And let's keep the body facing the front. Yeah. Body facing to the front. Yeah. Okay. As you do this one, gradually bend your spine. So you start here and it goes right down to here, the spine, the backbone. And just keep going until your breath finishes and then stop. Yeah. to do that one again. I think it's difficult for you to see. I'll move. Okay, so we're here. Open your left. Step the right behind into the octagon step. And then cross the hands over like this and like this. Yeah. Then step out with your left into the horse riding stance. Make the lower crane block. Chop back, palms up as if you're going to grip, and then pierce out to the side. With your heel, kick with the heel of the foot. That's right. Pulling the toes back away from you. Yeah. Yeah. Good, good. And carry on. Okay. Yep. And when you breathe, very soft, soft breaths. In and out through the nose. Tip of your tongue on the soft palate. And direct your chi back down all the time to your tantien. So I'm going to leave you to practice for a little bit. That's quite a lot of things for you to try to remember, but we'll look at it every day. Try and do a little bit more every day. Okay, thanks Manuel. How's it going?
I'm watching. I should have done it before, but anyways, I'm gonna memorize it.
Okay, do you need any help from me at the moment? Do you have any questions? Did you want to go through it with me again, or what's
Yeah,
going to work best?
I'm trying to get it from the flow, what
Mm-hmm.
the big things. I really want to get the
Okay,
idea and
right, yeah. Obviously you have to have memorized the moves
that's the
before you
first thing,
really
yeah.
get the flow. Yeah. They can still give you good advice on how to really make it flow. Concentrate on your breath and make the breath very smooth. Breathe in, very relaxed, very soft. Breathe out, very relaxed, very soft. So first of all, get a nice, smooth, even rhythm to the breath. Then just move with your breath, and the movement should follow the breath. So the breath sets the rhythm for the movement. And if you take that approach, then you should get it quite fast. If you don't, you probably never get it. So the movement flows according to the breath. And if you remember that, then it's a lot easier to get the flow, yeah? Okay. So shall I just leave you to memorize the moves? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Tuba. Okay, guys, so let's take another look at how you are doing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, fingers together, thumbs tucked into the hands. Ah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Okay, good, good. First thing, always keep your thumb tucked into your hand. Yeah. It is a martial art, so it's got an application for fighting. If your thumb is sticking out, it's going to get caught, pulled, broken, sprained. Keep the thumb out of harm's way. Bend your knees. Sink your center of gravity, sink down into your stance. Toes turned inwards. Yeah, try turning your toes in more. Yeah. Bend your knees. Turn your knees outwards so they're over your toes. Knees over the toes. Relax. Sink down. Sink down. Yeah. And that's good. Now we're going to think about coordinating the movement with the breath.
Okay.
So as you step, that's when you breathe in. After you've stepped, then you start to breathe out. We'll start here on an out breath. Breathe out. Now we step, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in as we step. Breathe out. Drop your chi down, push down towards the floor, stretch your arms, open up. The meridians, step forward, sink down. After you sink down, push and stretch, back bending, yeah. Circle the left inside the right. Breathe in as you step. Breathe out as you push out. Breathe in as you step. Breathe out as you push out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Let me practice on that just a little bit more. Then I'm going to come back. Okay.
All right.
Tuba, have I taught you the bending of the back? There, bending over the body. I think come with me, I'm going to teach this now. Yeah, did you want to join in?
Sure.
Guys, I'm going to teach you the movement of the spine and the shoulder girdle for this Shuang routine. You'll notice that a lot of the moves, you have a bending of the torso of your body coming in like this. And it's got two parts to it. Yeah, first of all, the spine, the backbone, it starts straight. And then we do this bend like this. And the bend starts about halfway up. Yeah. Just about where the ribs end. You only bend the top half of the spine. So give that a little try, bending this way and coming back up again. Yeah. Bending and coming up. And then we also bend the shoulder girdle. The shoulders come in towards each other and then back out again. When they come out, they stretch the chest, lift it up, and then they come in here. And we do the two movements together, this one and this one together, and then it looks like this. And you hollow out the chest and make a round shape with the back. Yeah. There. Up, expand the chest, and when you do this, you really compress your chest, you really squeeze it. Now, by doing this, you're building movement, flexibility into your torso, your body. Well, a lot of people, when they think flexibility, they think hip joints, they think shoulder joints. They don't think about moving the actual torso. You got a lot of really big muscles around the torso, pectorals here, lats at the back. When you do that movement, you're really engaging the pectoral. The more you can move your torso, your body, when you make a technique, the more you can use those big muscles, so the more power that you get. There's another reason for doing this. I want you to try something. Breathe out until you feel that you've emptied your lungs, and then do this and see what happens to your breath. And when you do this, what do you notice about the breath? Anything?
There's still coming a bit more.
Yeah, there's more air comes out. Yeah. So we breathe out, and maybe we think that we're empty of air. But then you do this, a whole load more air comes out, and you realize you weren't empty at all. Even when you've done that, you're still not empty. I'm told that if you could actually fully empty your lungs, the sides would stick together because of the mucus, and they wouldn't open again, and you'd never be able to breathe again. Yeah, but it's physically impossible to fully empty your lung. But this empties it very efficiently. So any toxins, any waste products that are hanging around in your lungs, it squeezes them out. So it's a very detoxifying breath. It's a breath that cleans out the body. So for you guys, when you do this, you do that bending of the back, and it's the same for this one. And for people who've also learned the salute to the sun, comes in there as well. For Pangu, opening heaven, here it is, you got it again there. Every time you do the golden scissors, you get the stretch, the bend on the back. Yeah. That's very important. The movement of the joints, the structure of the body is really important in Kung Fu. Yeah, we have to have good structure. It's like good engineering. Yeah. Be very conscious of how we're moving that structure. Okay, guys, I'm going to go to get ready for tea break. I'd like you to practice a little bit more, then we'll have the tea. Yeah.
Okay.
Better that I give you this now, and if it stays with the camera, then I'll put it on again when I start the tea talk. Thank you.
A little bit more room.
Oh, you're gonna have to share.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to share.
There's lots of room here.
Maybe the town functions.
Here you go. That's hot. Yes, it's very hot.
It's hottest place. It's yours?
Oh, it's yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, let's make sure everybody's got tea. Here we go. Yeah. So, I think I'll start off not the best tea this morning. It's kind of hot, sticky atmosphere. The weather forecast had been saying expect rain Sunday afternoon. It's now taking it back to Sunday evening. So, yeah, we're expecting rain Sunday evening. So that's what, 2.5 days. Unfortunately, the weather forecast does keep changing its mind. So we're not 100% sure about this. But hopefully we'll get rain before the end of the weekend. When we do, everything changes. It's very unusual that having had the rain start, then we've got more fires and it's gone back to being like this. I've never seen that before in the time that I've been here, so 18 years. It's the first time we've still had fires after the rains have started. But if we get a good week of rain next week, that'll fix it. So I think Johnny's about ready to tell you about this morning's tea.
Oh yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today we have black tea, black special. It's a super from ancient trees, Lao Chateau. So we didn't drink this tea for a long time. Let's drink it again. So it helps to energize. Yeah. It's pure energy, pure black energy. No more words. Let's drink.
An energizing tea this morning. The Lao Chateau are the old tea rocks.
Yeah. All
Tea
tea.
rocks. Yeah. Okay. So let's just confirm the plan for today. After tea break, we're going to be learning the Kung Fu routines. And if you're due for gradings, we'll be working on the things you need to know for your gradings. And then we'll do a stretch. We're going to have the midday workout today. So the physical training at midday. And this afternoon we're working on kicks. And then a stretch, a deep stretch at the end. And then after dinner tonight, planning to do a little social evening, just a simple one. Drinking different types of Chinese tea. And it gives us an opportunity to kind of talk. socialise, etc. Does anybody know any more about the plans for this evening? I think we can keep it pretty simple. Shall we start at what time? What's a good-
7?
7? Yeah, 7 o'clock start. Then we can still get to sleep quite early. And we're trying to encourage socialising over tea, because it's a healthy way to go about socialising. Unlike alcohol, tobacco, drugs, it's more consistent with our training to drink tea. So we're kind of trying to look after your health, and it's good to kind of get together. You can talk, not kind of formal talk like this. Just kind of chat amongst yourselves. You can talk to the instructors. You can ask stuff. And just get to know people, because you always train better when you've kind of broken the ice and you're kind of comfortable with the people. And do you have any questions?
For tea or Irish question?
General questions. I was thinking more about Kung Fu and Qigong than I was
no,
about
that's-
tea.
Yeah, I have a question. But to Buddha-san, because yesterday you told me the energy floating from the arms, it's inside, it's going out.
Yep.
And then it pass over the fingers.
Yep.
Coming
Yeah.
back up from the small finger.
Really from all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just see it as a big.
And in the legs,
wrapping
it's the
around.
different way. Like in the legs, it's going
Down the outside,
down
up the inside.
Okay, that was the question.
Yeah. So that's
Because
just
I'm not
the natural
sure.
flow of the yin and yang meridians. Yeah. If you raise your hands, the yin meridians flow up, and the yang meridians flow down. But when your hands are down, it's a little bit, it's opposite, right? So.
No, because I tried and then don't remember to think about the energy flow, what you did yesterday, the meditation,
Yeah.
and then I don't remember exactly what was the way, what was the flow of the energy.
But you got it.
Thank you.
Yeah. We were working on doing the macrocosmic orbit yesterday,
Yep.
if people are
Yep.
wondering.
The macrocosmic orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Engaging the arms and the legs.
Good. Yeah, good. So it's useful. It's useful to remember these things. You can still do it without remembering them, but it's useful if you can. This idea of put your hands up, yin meridians flow up, yang meridians flow down. Earth chi, yin chi in the earth. You breathe in, and the in breath is the upward breath. And on that upward in breath, yin chi from the earth flows up through your yin meridians. The yang breath, that's the outward breath, that's the down breath. That's when yang chi flow from the sky, from the sun, flows down through your yang meridians. And it kind of flows down into the earth. And you can visualize growing roots into the earth through your feet. Yeah. So you want to it's really important that when you apply force, when you send out energy, like in a punch or a palm strike, a kick, any outward movement, that's your kind of yang movement. The yang is the expansive element. Yang is expansive, yang is moving out, yang's coming out. Yang is forceful, aggressive. So a punch, a kick is generally a yang type movement. And it's often coordinated with an out breath, breathe out. In the Shuang Yang, it always coordinates with the out breath. Yeah.
The yin energy
It's condensing, it's moving in, yeah. A pulling movement, that would be a yin movement. Yeah. It's contracting, condensing, coming back, retreating. Always for that yang outward push movement, you need to have your feet firmly planted on the floor. Be grounded, sink your qi down into the earth like sinking roots down into the earth.
And yesterday we talked about the point where the energy flows out to the arms.
Yep.
And where is exactly that point?
I'll ask Buddha-san because he's better on than me.
It's governing vessel 14.
I'm sorry, but
So it's
it's like the first big one. Or
yeah, it's governing vessel 14. So it's on your vertebrae. It's right at the base of where your neck meets kind of your shoulders, and it's just the one that sticks out. That last one on top that sticks out,
okay.
and then you can't really feel the vertebrae.
And
So
from there you imagine that.
yeah, that's the point where the energy naturally will flow. From that point, it goes out into your arms and then comes back to that point, and then continues the circulation.
Because this imagine.
Yeah, this point's actually quite important for other reasons as well. It is used on almost all the yang meridians, especially the ones in the feet. They come up, they go through usually the shoulder, they go through this governing vessel point, and then they come back out through stomach 12 in the front and the collarbone, and then it goes up into the head. Right? And then you also have the yang meridians in the hands do the same thing. They'll come up the arm, the outside of the arm, and then they usually travel around to this point and then come back around to the front. And sometimes they go to the front, to the back, back to the front. But this governing 14 is a major point. That's
And
yeah.
for the legs, it's the lower dantian, no? That's one.
What's
For
that?
the legs, where the energy for the legs goes out.
It's more a little bit below. It's more the waist.
The waist.
Yeah, but it's about that same area because when you stand, lower dantian's right here, which is pretty much your waist. So as it goes through that point, you branch it out, and then it comes down the sides, going along the gallbladder meridian.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah. I'm glad you're asking questions. That means you paid attention in class yesterday.
Yeah, thank goodness somebody did, eh? Yeah, it's every teacher's dream, the student that pays attention. Yeah.
How you feel this tea?
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's definitely delicious.
Uplifting?
I had the opposite. I had a quite grounding effect from it. Quite grounding effect from this one. It's also quite. I find it. This tea is settling my stomach, and it has a kind of detoxifying effect to it. A bit of a stomach settler, detox, kind of grounding. It's energizing, but it's a grounded kind of energy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not a energy. Yeah,
No rush.
no rush. Right. So here's the situation. If we got more questions, ask now. Pretty soon we'll get down there and start training again. I think this, since we do have a rather expensive tea, then we'll finish drinking it before we train again.
Maybe another question,
Yeah.
general about Kung Fu.
Yep.
Could you tell something? How was it developed? Who was the founder? I think it's a lot, and a lot of people maybe know it already.
Well, okay. I'll try to make it a fairly condensed answer. First of all, to answer that question, you have to decide what is Kung Fu. Because you can't say how did Kung Fu start until you've decided what Kung Fu is. So there's a few different ways to look at this. We could interpret it as the idea of a practice to which you devote yourself, to which effectively you devote your life, your craft, your life purpose. And through it, you develop yourself. By mastering your art, you master yourself.
Okay.
By discovering your art, you discover yourself. And this idea of having a practice that you pursue, oh, careful, yeah, and you never give up, a discipline, could say that's Kung Fu. In the literal, what the Chinese words mean, that's kind of more like it. Yeah. When did that come? I don't think anybody could answer this. And it's a concept that has evolved in China, but a long time ago. Now we could use it to mean any kind of. Oh, hang on. That's my son. I'll call him back later. Oh no, I won't. Hold on. Tom. No. Tom, I can't talk now. I will call you later, yeah? What time do you get out of the hospital?
Not sure.
Not sure. Well, I'll call you later when I'm not teaching, yeah? Okay, bye-bye. I love... right. Sorry. Tommy is still in the hospital. It's nothing to get at all worried about. It's a little bit of food poisoning. Let's not get sidetracked on that. So, if you said fighting arts in China, well, some people will argue that started when two cavemen went at it with primitive spears. But that's a pointless kind of rabbit hole to go down. If we think of Kung Fu as a kind of a disciplined martial practice, a genuine martial art, or if we looked at it as Shaolin Kung Fu, then you both get the same start point. So shortly after 500 AD, the Indian monk Bodhidharma was appointed as the head monk at the newly built Shaolin temple. And Bodhidharma was the 28th patriarch of Indian Zen Buddhism. So this was a tradition that had been handed down from the Buddha to his disciple, and from that guy to his disciple. 28 generations down, you had Bodhidharma. And what we're, for the sake of making it easy, we'll call Zen Buddhism is the Buddhism of the mind. And Bodhidharma introduced this Buddhism. So he actually founded what we think of now as Zen Buddhism, which is the eastern branch of Buddhism that's typically practiced in China, Japan and Korea, and to some extent Vietnam. He had a problem that the monks were not at a level of consciousness that was, they were not at the level of consciousness, their minds were not developed to the extent that they could handle his teaching. And of course he recognized the complete interlinking, interdependence of the mind and the body. And in fact, if you, and the breath, you got this triangle, mind, body, breath. If you want to access the mind, the easiest way to do it is through the body and through the breath. So he retired to a cave and spent 9 years in isolation, meditating in his cave. And he exercised his body and his breath with Qigong and Kung Fu, and his mind with meditation, and developed a system that he could then teach to the monks, a system of exercising the breath, the body and the mind, so that all of them would develop together, and you'd have someone who was actually capable of understanding and implementing these quite advanced Buddhist concepts. And that's considered the origin of Shaolin Kung Fu.
Okay.
And if arguably it's the origin of martial arts, in the sense of it having a spiritual dimension, a discipline. Any primitive army, any ancient army, maybe it's a better word, going back as far in the history as you can, they would obviously have trained combat, they would have trained discipline, but they didn't have the kind of spiritual dimension which we tend to associate with martial arts. That kind of thing came with Bodhidharma. So that's a very, very shortened version of the story. But if I go into the full version, you won't do any training this morning. So, yeah, that's,
Thank you.
yeah.
I have a question for
Yeah.
the tea master.
Okay.
No, the leaves should, when you put the water on the like on the tea
Yeah.
should not boil the water because your
It's
brother weird about it.
yeah, different teas have different
kind
ways
of
to
how
brew.
hot,
Yeah, you
because
know.
this one was not so hot than other teas. But
This one I was boiled.
yeah,
This I was
before.
before. Yeah. I was boiled for 5 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So green tea and white tea, if it's young, we not boil. We use 70 degrees. Like if it's soft. But aged teas and teas from ancient trees, it's better to boil because the leaves is not soft. They are not soft. They're very strong root, and you need to boil it to get this effect and the flavor. That's it. No more questions? And tonight we're gonna drink aged teas. I guess we will drink three teas. Yeah. First one will be 10 years aged. Second one 20 years, and third one 45 years aged. Yeah.
What does it mean? Does it mean the leaves have been that
Aged.
long?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the same story with the wine.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
Actually, we have wine, not tea.
So first the tea will be ready and then it will be stored for 45 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the leaves.
Yeah, but it's
And then you
expensive,
process after
when you
45
store
years.
No,
it
no, no.
for
It's
45
complete ready before you
Yeah,
start.
yeah, yeah. But you know, some teas we can roast every year. Okay. Wait, and one time a year
Roast again and wait
roast
another
again.
year.
Yeah.
There's quite a variety of ways of processing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You can roast it one more time, very dark roast, and keep it for a long time. But you first time you could roast it lightly, and next year little bit more, and next year a little bit more. So many ways to process. Yeah. Depends on what you want to get, which result.
okay, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Training.
Пользуясь случаем, хочу передать привет маме.
Say hi to mama back home.
Okay, guys, let's get moving. Here we go. Bow. So, Friska and I are going to be teaching you the Kung Fu routines. And I think, have you learned your new routine now? Good, good. Okay. Yeah, come in, Tuba. Yeah, I think, Friska, you should start off with Tobias and Rio teaching the Sun Chen. Tuba, can you remember the Sun Chen routine well enough that you could practice it?
I will do one with prescription.
Yeah. So if you could work between Tobias and Rio and Tuba. Angela, which one are you on now?
The second one.
Tabe Sun Chen. Yeah, and maybe have a look at
The third one.
the third one, the Sip Ji Kun.
But I need some refreshment
Yeah.
from my memory.
Okay, we'll get going with that. Right, here we go. Bow. Manuel, which routine are you on now?
I know the Tantao.
Of the second one, the Tabe Sun Chen, where you do, you learned this one?
I did the first grading,
You've done the first grading, right? That's what I kind of needed to know.
but I don't know if I
Yeah.
remember the Tantao.
Come in, Kyle. Right. Just to get us started, Afia, could you look over the Sip G with Kyle and Angela? You're doing the Sip Ji Kun now, yeah? Just have a look and give a bit of reminder. Then I'll come and take a look at you in a minute, yeah? All right, thanks. Practice individually. You two practice individually for a bit. I'll come and take a look in a minute, yeah? Come in, Ricardo.
You want me to help with any of them?
Maybe in a little while, yeah? What I want to do now, Tuba, could you practice on the Sun Chen, or did you want to join in with Friska over there? Better if you practice on your own. Yeah, yeah. Right, what I want to do is work on your T Gulip Chok, and we'll take it on from there. So, can we take a look to begin with?
Okay.
Okay, great, thanks. Right, so first thing, these punches we need to sort out the energy in those punches. It's coming from the hip and the back leg. Punch, yeah. Just one more, yeah, that's better. From a little bit further back, give a little bit more travel. So the fist actually further back in relation to the waist,
Okay.
about there, and then punch that way. Yeah. Lower. Yeah. There. Okay. Good. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's a
Yeah.
It's a tricky move for me,
Yeah, okay.
trying to get that. But I've been practicing
No
on
worries,
it,
yeah.
but
Work on that. Keep it tidy, keep the fingers together, thumbs tucked, and the positioning of the offhand. So there, if the hand should be at the waist, keep it at the waist. Now, you've got a choice here. You can do that. So it goes there, 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 there. Sorry, I'm used to doing it the other way. There. Or you can do back by the elbow, defending the elbow.
so bring it in tight. Because I was kind of in between the two of those.
Yeah,
I'd bring it back
I
more,
recommend keeping it defending the elbow.
Yeah, it feels
There.
natural.
There, and then you're going to pull it back to there, ready to come out. Because we want travel to get energy into that. Okay. With that said, well, we'll learn the next bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so there. That's where you got up to, yeah? Hang on, let me just do it. There. 1, 2. There. There. Step back and elbow up that way. Yeah.
So we're thinking kind of elbowing, that's the intention there.
Elbowing up. You're also kind of putting a defense by the side of your head, but it's a pretty crude one. Elbow up that way. Yeah. Upward elbow strike. Now, from there, we're going to turn and block. And then we get into this sequence of chop down, cross step 1, 2, 3. Okay. There. To there. Okay, try that one time. No.
Where is that other hand going when you're, is it just coming back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Here, here, and then the turn doesn't seem like a standard turn.
Okay, you get 2 options.
It's more of a,
Right. Oh, there. Pulling this back gives a little bit more energy into there. And it's now tucked, ready to do the block. Where else could you put it? There, you don't quite get the body movement that you get there. The turn, okay, we got a couple of options. Just turning around there, or hang on. We could shift the foot there. Right, it's up to you, really.
okay. Turning on that back foot seems pretty natural, quite nice.
Ye-
First time, right, where you're turning here and
hang
then stepping around.
Yeah, because you just turn and you're turning into the block there. So you're sending energy in, and then from there, just stepping out into the chop. Circle 1, 2. Pierce with the fingers. Yeah. Now from there, let's do one more. Step the right in front of the left and squat down as if you're going to grip something and pick it up like a handful of dust or a rock. Actually, let's just leave it. We'll end at that one. Sorry, I've got to do it. There. There. Squatting down.
Now, is that same kind of squat that you do when you turn?
It's
Putting that knee into the leg there, or is it slightly different?
it's slightly different.
Okay.
Try to just do a fairly intuitive squat down. I mean, it's pretty similar. I'm on the balls of the feet there, or the ball of the left foot
Okay.
there. Grip. Okay, because we're going to come up, step out, fist closed, and then throw out here. So this is the white horse shedding its saddle, but a more tucked version of the right arm. That's because it's the tiger crane arm, not the swan young. So you come to there and then there. Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like you to try that from there.
Okay. And then this is kind of where you brought it round.
Right under the left. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you're just kind of coiling up there. Is that the idea?
Yes. Yes.
Just kind of
Coil your energy up and then
step and.
throw it out. Yeah.
And is this coming all the way around, or is this kind of a front?
Big stretch on the chest, but facing this way. That's your facing direction.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a big difference. Okay.
Yeah. Not doesn't really need to be further out than the thigh. There.
Okay. Really nice and tight,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
which would make sense because it's not the Shuang.
Yeah. Let's look at that in a little bit more detail.
Okay.
Here, we know there's no need to close the fist.
Okay.
So the hand is open. Yeah. Because it's the next thing it's going to do is the open-handed chop. Yeah. And quite down with kind of diaphragm height. Yeah.
Okay.
Come down.
You're getting that parallel.
Yeah.
Really letting it come down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you're striking through a possible target. 1, 2, round. Don't lock the elbow. Be careful of the joint. And piercing up. This is on the center line, the left hand on the center line. Step, drop, grip. Turn around and then open out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think practice on that for a little bit. I need to come and look at it a bit more.
Okay.
I'll practice for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ricardo, let's take a look at you. So you're learning this one, the Chapsa Taipo, yeah? You graded on the Sip Ji Kun, yeah? So you got to learn the next one. And which day is your leaving day?
It will be the 14th.
14th of May. Okay, good, good. Right, okay. Oh, that gives us plenty of time. Right, here we go then. Usual start. Step forward. Now, you're going to keep the feet where they are, but turn the waist to face 45 degrees to front and hands in to the soft point, the Qigong. Throw out. Now, do this with your hands and come up to here like at the start. Bend the wrists, lock your shoulders down, draw your shoulder blades down into the back. Turn around to here. Yeah. Okay, let's do that again. Here, turn. To here, yeah. Let me just watch one time. Good. Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, do it this way. There. Big circle with the wrists. Come up to their eyebrow height, the same as here at the start of the routine. Yeah. Now, pull your shoulder blades back, elbows back towards the body. Twist around. Yes, yes, that's right, that way. And the elbow ends 1 fist length from the body.
What?
The elbow is 1 fist length from the body. Yeah, so that's, the shoulder is locked down tight and the elbow is tucked, yes. Let's do it again. There. Up, eyebrow height, down to there. Okay. From there, 1, 2, the lower crane block with the hook here. 3, this way, yeah. Striking for the diaphragm, hitting here for the diaphragm. We'll do it together again. Start from there. Step forward, front foot turned in, facing this way. Just the waist turns. Pierce. Down to there. 1, 2, 3. And you try. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just do that one more time together. Turn it to right. Now, bring your hands back, step forward. Turn your waist 45 degrees left and do the same thing that way. 1, 2, 3. Now forwards. Not turning anywhere. 1, 2, 3. So as usual, you've got the 3 steps forward. But this time, the first one, we turn out to the right. The second one, we turn out to the left. And the third one faces straight forward. Yeah. Let's take a look. You show me. I want to check. Really, that's it, yeah. Yeah. Good.
Doesn't have to be way too far because the block still have to. Because you're so far, you do the back turn forward.
Okay, so from there, slightly outwards with the fingers, down, circle up to here, eyebrow height, bend the wrist, circle the hands, press down with the wrist. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay, good. Practice that for now, yeah. Yeah, well done.
Normally we open the left and step to the right. Here you open the right, step to the left on the first stop.
Okay. I'd like to take another look, starting from there.
Okay.
Okay, there was a step crept in there that shouldn't have been there.
Where's that?
This is facing backwards. And now you're facing to your original right. Turn, and then there's no step after that. That is the step. This is facing backwards.
Okay.
So from there, step out to the side, left foot forward, back stance. So there, yeah. The hands, we want them a wee bit tidier.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, back to the waist, meaning back to the waist.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure what to
Yeah.
do there, so
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if to keep it up because it's
Yeah.
already up.
Yeah.
All right, bring it back down.
It's a good point. Let's think about it a bit more. That's down there, that's up. It really, we need movement. We need movement of the hands. We're trying to get flow of energy. We're trying to get movement. And then that can come up like that. I'm just thinking whether, there, whether you could put the hand there if you want to. that's a kind of optional one.
That's on that chop down.
On the chop, yes, sorry. Yeah. Or there. I quite like to get the big movements,
Yeah,
feel the movement of the energy.
Seems like the energy flows better
Yeah.
that way as well.
Yeah.
Because you're getting all the waste involved.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
not just
exactly.
this-
That's the big thing there. Move the legs, move the body, turn around the belt channel.
Yeah. I mean, I can feel the
Yep.
difference from pretty drastically from the, using that other arm to come in
Yeah,
and then getting that, again, that full rotation to come around.
Yeah.
Comparably to
Yeah.
fear, it's like,
yeah,
doesn't want to
yeah,
come through at all.
yeah. Good, good. Right, so let's take a look from the beginning.
Okay.
Step out a bit more. Yes,
Right here, keeping up. Step.
that's right, that's right. That's right, yeah. Good.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Play with that a little bit.
so that's good. Fingers and thumbs. The fingers should be pressed together, but that does tend to make it difficult to get your energy to move. If there's a slight separation, it's not the end of the world. It's not too bad. But the thumbs, we really should get them tucked. Yeah, thumbs that hang out. You're practicing it to get injured.
Yeah,
The
right.
thumbs should really be tucked. That's really important. And these punches, now you're starting to try too hard. Trying too hard at the end. Go back to letting it be a little bit more natural.
Okay.
Yeah, don't try too hard. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Do you want me to take a look at your routine? Yeah. I think practice what you've been doing, yeah. Okay, guys, yeah. Let's have a look.
In a minute on front.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, so it's putting you off having me watching you. But we still got to get you, well, we've got to get you to relax more, because your energy will move better and you get more effective technique when you just relax and move fluidly.
I still have to think sometimes of the next moves. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
exactly,
stopping,
yeah,
starting.
yeah. All the time you're having to think about it, it doesn't come out the way it should do. Yeah. Oh, then the answer is practice, but when you practice, don't put too much effort in. Otherwise, you whack yourself out and you're kind of reluctant to practice again because you think, oh, I'm going to be really whacked. So practice through it gently, practice through it lightly, and just let it sink in to your body memory. Then when it comes out easily, you don't have to think, then you can be concentrating on, okay, refining it, getting it smooth, getting it precise. This one, you want to come up, around with this arm. So it's kind of circling around here.
We're starting this move from.
You're coming from there, make a claw like you're gripping. There, we want to do it in a smoother movement. Up to there, up to there.
Two steps to stand up from that? Like first stand up and then step? From
Well, obviously you try to get it working smoothly together. Stand into your step. We try to smooth it out so it's really all one movement. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Practice on it. Yeah.
yeah, I need a lot of that.
Yeah. Oh, now's your chance. Ricardo, let's take another look at that. Yeah. Good. Good. Okay. So from there, we're going to step back and do a lower crane block there, and then the chop, the single chop coming out here. Great. Again, lower block. As you do that lower block, pull the other hand up to the shoulder and chop. And again, block, chop. Now step forwards and do this like in the Samchen. Okay. So from here, block, chop, block, chop, block, chop, then step forward. Pierce, grip. Okay, let me see you do that starting from here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah, good. From there, we're going to do a moving step. So in Sip G, the footstep that you do here, this time we're going to do it as 1, 2, moving forward. Yeah. So these are the moves that we did in the Sum Chen. And you're doing them on a moving footstep. 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like you to take it again from here and get up to here. Yeah. Good. Again, from there, left foot, right foot. Yeah. All right. Well done. Okay, guys, wrap up what you're doing now. Wrap up what you're doing. Okay. Very good. So now we will stretch again. Lock your fingers together. And push right up, stretch right up. Stretch up. Bend your knees and pull your tailbone down. Pull your tailbone down. So we're making the spine longer. Lengthen the spine. Push the hands up. Stretch the shoulders and the arms, the wrists. And straighten your legs again now. With your legs straight, fold forwards. And stand. Very good. Step forward. Make the lunge position. Push your hips forward. Push forward till your knee is over your toes. Reach up high. Stretch right up and bend your back. Bend your spine, especially the upper part of the spine. And stand. Now sideways. Bend. Touch the back of your leg. Try to extend your hand down towards your heel. And now on the other side. And relax. Kneel down. And push your hips forwards. Stretch up and bend. And relax. Change sides. Push your hips forward, knee over the toes. Reach high and bend. Straighten up. Turn sideways and bend again. And spin around the other way. Same again. And relax, kneel down. Press your hips forwards. Push up, press up. Bend back. relax. And sit now. Hold your feet, tuck your feet in, and press your head up towards the sky. Press your head up. Now, fold forwards. And relax. Now spread your knees apart. And hips directly between your knees, midway between. Relax as much as you can. Now, the more you relax, the further you'll sink down. Start by relaxing your breath. Calm, deep, slow, relaxed breaths. And as your breath relaxes, your body should relax. Let your body relax, and then you'll sink down further into the stretch. Okay, finish. And now sit with your legs spread apart. Sit with your feet spread apart. That's it. Lift your head up as high as you can. And chest forwards. And now gently fold forwards. And straighten up. Now leaning across to the side. And the other side. And relax. Now turn, face the opposite foot. Bend your whole body down towards your leg. Bend your chest down towards your leg. And the other side. And relax, feet a little wider. Feet wider and lean forwards again. And finish. And finish. Excellent. Well done, guys. And stand. Very good. Okay, stand straight and bow. Well done. Well done. Breakfast now. Training again at 11. Yeah, welcome. Well, to all the people who have been watching, yeah, thanks for sticking with us. That was our early morning training session. We started at 6 a.m. It's 9:15 here now in northern Thailand, and we're going to go and eat our healthy breakfast. If you're interested in our Kung Fu and Qigong, have a look at our website, kungfuretreat.com, and very soon we'll also be opening up our online membership so you'll be able to train from anywhere in the world. A lot more news about that soon. If you take a look at the website, you can sign up for our newsletter. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks, Kate.